Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Tyler, Freedom Fighter Seelig, and you're watching T.H.L.B.N.S, the only potentially weekly show that has less of a budget than a no-budget show. Now, let's get to the news of the past week. The Ultimate Fighter Season 15 finale happened the past weekend. In the co-main event, a homeless person choked out Al Iaquinta to win tough. And in the main event, Martin Kampmann TKO Jake Ellenberger to edge himself closer to a title shot, with the winner of George St. Pierre vs. Carlos Condit, or Carlos Condit if he finally remembers that the point of an interim champion is to defend the title while the champion is gone. We reached Dana White following the event for his views, and this is what he said. These guys, they come into the house and they prove themselves. I knew ever since I found Michael on that park bench he'd be special. One of the things you got to understand is that we have 125.5% of the best fighters in the world fighting each other 3 times a year. And Fedor sucks. Thank you, Dana, for being so informative. Also in UFC news, Kenny Florian, the 15 division fighter, recently announced his retirement from the sport of MMA, citing injuries as a contribution to his decision. He will now focus on commentary for the UFC and his backyard MMA league, where he's going to cut down to 40 pounds and fight kindergarten kids in hopes of finally winning a championship belt. Godspeed, Kenny Florian. In the last bit of MMA news for this episode, JMMA organization Dream, the predecessor to Pride Fighting Championships, is going under. We reached a sinking ship for its comment on the situation. In video game news, a recent trailer for the upcoming game Hitman Absolution stirred up some controversy. In the trailer, shown here, Agent 47 is confronted by women, first dressed like nuns, who then proceed to take off their nun robes to reveal sexier clothes. What follows is very violent violence between Agent 47 and the nuns. The offended parties basically state that the trailer objectifies women and uses sexuality to blah 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 blah. In related but totally justified news, I think I have a boner. Yep. Definitely a boner. Wait. What's that? Now we're going to take a quick break. After the commercial, we'll be back with our main story, Diablo 3, the most hyped game of the year, even beating out Halo 4. See you in a few. Do you have an enemy that you want to get back at? Try sucker punching him when he's not paying attention. Be careful not to sucker punch anybody without boxing gloves. Buy boxing gloves for all your sucker punching needs. Oh my god, this is the crappiest show ever. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So, Diablo 3. The sequel that fans have waited 12 years for was released a couple weeks ago. It was an event that originally excited gamers, solved world hunger, and reunited the cast of Full House. But despite selling enough copies to keep Blizzard running until the 4 Horsemen came, the game has been met with some backlash. What kind of response has it gotten? For the answer to that, we first go to the only place it matters, the official Diablo 3 forums, in the special segment called Forum Crawl. A forum crawl is sort of like a pub crawl, although ultimately you end up doing it by yourself, and you stay up arguing all night with 12-year-old children while your girlfriend begs you to come back to bed. And there's fewer Facebook pictures afterwards. But hey, since this is my show, maybe I want a picture afterwards. Hey wait, something's not right with this picture. Yeah, there we go, that's more like it. Gamers on the forums have said always having to be online is a big problem. Also the auction house and later difficulties. Gamers feel cheated. They feel like this is Blizzard's way of milking more money out of them. even though they've already bought Diablo 3, probably play WoW, play StarCraft, and probably pick up anything that Blizzard makes anyway. But hey, don't take my word for it. We caught up with a couple average gamers for their opinion on the matter.
I'm not really down with this whole DRM thing. I mean, I know it's kind of a way to combat piracy and companies are losing money, but I just don't feel like it's fair to the consumer. You know? Like, it's gay. What?
And now, for even more on the matter, more overkill, we turn to the resident 15-year-old boy. Hey, have you hit puberty yet?
Nope, still trying.
So, resident 15-year-old boy, gamers really hate the DRM aspect of Diablo 3. Is it really that big of a deal?
You know, always having to try to connect to the internet sucks to play my game. You know, I paid all that, and you know, connecting sucks.
Are the server issues really that bad?
You know, server's been down lately a few times, which is really causing us to, you know, go out and not beat up undead. You do that crap, and you know, that crap that we do best as humans.
Server issues? Sounds tough. But rest assured, viewers, you will never have to worry about this show going down while you're watching it, ever. Aw, you've got to be kidding.